Alright, so in this video overview, I'm going to be going over the Seller.Tools ebook post-purchase flow/template. Now, this is what it looks like within ManyChat's flow builder once you've kind of installed the template. Now, we're going to kind of go over how this looks like from the user's perspective. Bear in mind that if you do want to kind of go over how to edit this or how to install this and go through the instructions, I'd highly recommend going through the instructions video. It's about 25 minutes long. But essentially, the users are going to come in either through kind of an insert or a B-link or a URL shortener or something along those lines. And once they kind of opt in, they'll get this first message right here saying, thanks for showing interest in our free ebook promotion. And then click Get Started to kind of go through the process. Now, once they click that, then they're going to be asked to, okay, what's their order number? And it'll give them kind of a link to get that order number to make it a little easier on themselves to find that order number. Then once they confirm, once they click, okay, I got my order number, they'll be asked to give their order number. Then they'll be asked to confirm their order number. From there, it's going to check the Seller.Tools blacklist to make sure that order number hasn't already been associated with a free ebook offer. So this is just, again, a little bit of protections there. And then the next thing it's going to do is make sure that order number is actually been shipped. If it hasn't been shipped, it's going to get the appropriate response based on whatever the status is. Then it's going to check to make sure that they've ordered the proper ASIN. Theoretically, this should always be the proper ASIN, but this is just, again, a little bit of protections there to make sure that they get the right product, that they've ordered the proper product to get the ebook. Then the next thing it's going to do is it's going to get the order status information. This isn't absolutely necessary, at least not for this particular post-purchase, but it's just going to gather that information so you can have that in your kind of library of data that you want to keep. The next thing it does is it's going to ask for the email, then it's going to ask for a phone number, then it's going to confirm that they're going to receive promotional content, right? So they're going to basically agree to that. So they click agree, it opts them in. Then this is where it actually sends the ebook. Now I'm not going to go over this flow just in this short overview video, but basically this is just a one flow, like a one message node flow where it's like it just sends them an email, and within that email it has a PDF usually attached to it, which will be the ebook, and then there's just a link, right, which is a button. They click it and then they go to that PDF, and then they're able to download said ebook for free. So that is basically what that flow is right there. Now the next thing it does is it's going to check the blacklist to make sure that they haven't already gotten this offer, and then what the next thing it's going to do is it's going to add them, like that order number, to the blacklist. Now, I would highly recommend you use a Google insert a row, just so that way you can capture, like you can put down all the data that you're gathering, and it could be kind of like the spreadsheet with all the different people that are inside the ebook, right, that have received the ebook, and you could put down other information as well. So you're just keeping track of how many people are actually getting the ebook and how many people are kind of maybe opting into your email list, if you will. Now, the next thing here it asks is if they've received the email. So this is just like kind of confirming that they've received it. If they haven't received it, it goes through kind of this troubleshooting flow, or well, not really flow, but sequence right here. And then if they're still having troubles after kind of the troubleshooting, then it'll actually give them the link just right off the bat, so they don't actually need technically to go through email, but I would prefer sending it through email. That way you're at least making sure that they're getting emails from you. But again, if you could theoretically edit the flow to make it so it just gives them a straight link from ManyChat. And then that is essentially it for the last little bit right here. It goes through a looping process to give them a TOS compliant, like once they get to this message right here, right? So once they've essentially gotten the email, or at least should have, they go right over here in this looping process to make sure that they're going to receive a TOS compliant review request from Amazon. And essentially the way we do this is we're using Seller.Tools API calls to check if we can actually send them a TOS compliant review. And then once we're able to, right, once this condition says we're able to, then it sends them that TOS compliant review request. And there is a time delay right here, so you can decide when or how long you want to wait before sending said TOS compliant review requests. And that is it for this video overview.